I didn't see you there. Welcome back to my mansion. Today we're going to swap out these porch lights. I'm going to deinstall, refurbish, and then reinstall on today's video.
Chippa chippa chipmunk, 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 chippa chippa chipmunk, chippa dip 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 dipple do.
So today we're going to deinstall and reinstall this porch light. But before we get into the job, we're going to talk a little bit about some electric safety and also the tools that you're going to need for this job. So with a job this small, we can control the electricity with just the regular wall switch to the lights. So we're going to use the wall switch just to govern and make sure that we're getting the electric power to the lights. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to identify the wall switch that controls the porch lights. I'm going to put it in the off position, make sure it's off, and then just for safety, I'm just going to put a little piece of painter's tape over top of that while I'm doing the job, just to make sure no one accidentally flicks this on while I'm fiddling around with the wires. So here are the tools that you're going to need for this job, or potentially need for this job. Just regular tools in your house, a screwdriver, maybe a razor blade, maybe a needle nose pliers, regular pliers, and you're going to need some randomly sized wire nuts if you have them around like me, if you're a hoarder like me. If not, you can just buy them at the local hardware store. Okay, everybody, let's start taking this thing off the wall here. You'll notice that you'll have these two little knobbies here. These are actually what hold the light to the wall. They're actually screws. They're threaded, so if you kind of just take your finger and kind of start unscrewing them, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. It might take a little finagling to get them off. See how little these things are. You want to stick this in your pocket, and you don't want to lose it, so find a good pocket, stick it in there. Same thing with the other one. Unscrew that off, and then stick that in your pocket when you have it. Okay, and then you want to pull this straight out from the wall, just like this. And you'll notice you got a series of wires here. It's actually only 3 wires. So you have a white one, a black one, and then a plain copper ground wire. So you can kind of just untwist that off. All right, so that's one. And then you want to work 1 wire at a time, obviously. So take the wire nut off the white one. Stick that in your pocket. Take the wire off the black one. Stick that in your pocket. And undo that like that. And that's it. Now she's off the wall, and I can repaint it and reinstall it. Okay, you guys, now we're ready to install or reinstall our porch light. It's all freshly painted and put back together. I just spritzed it with some black spray paint, and we're ready to go. So what we're going to do, we're just going to follow the same process that we did, but reverse order to take it off. I'm going to install the ground first, and this is kind of tricky because you got to kind of hold the light and do the work with one hand. Luckily I got my pockets. Alright, so there's the ground wire, and again that's just the bare copper wires. It's the ground. And then we're ready to install the black and the white one. So here's the black one. I'm going to go black to black, same as I did taking it off. And you kind of have to be a little tricky with this. You can kind of hold it and work with one hand. Okay. There's my black one. I'm going to wire nut it. So here's my wire nut. Alright. Here's my white. I'm going to do the same thing. Again, it's kind of tricky with one hand, but this is how you got to do it when you're by yourself. if you're lucky enough to have somebody to help you here, that would make it a little easier, but I'm by myself today. Okay, I'm gonna put that wire nut on that. So that's black to black, white to white. The ground's in. I'm just gonna reposition these to kind of fit a little better. There we go. All right, and then I'm gonna slide it onto the support screws here. And this is the really hard part. I kept these little teeny tiny, you don't want to drop these. If you do, you're in trouble. These little teeny tiny nuts. Get these back on there. See that? Just with my fingers right now. Find the second one in your pocket as best you can. There it is. Again, don't want to drop it. There we go. Just with your fingers, you want to tighten it up. I'm kind of going to push it with my chest and use 2 hands to tighten each side. Try to get it even as possible here. And just hand tighten it. You don't need to go crazy. And once you feel it's tight on there, you can kind of just let it go. And then there you go. There is a perfectly installed, reinstalled, freshly painted porch light ready to go. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe and share the video. And I'll see you on the next one.